What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jason G93 here to provide you with a skater attribute description. Basically, what I want to try and do with this video is to help inform you on what some of these attributes do. You may or may not know. Maybe some new players that just got the game from Christmas. Maybe some experienced players that might not know exactly what they did. So we're gonna start out right now with the offense. So here we have deking. This one's probably easy to understand. I'm not gonna go into that one. The hand eye. Basically what hand eye is it'll increase the likelihood that your player will bat a puck coming at him into the goal, or it'll help him redirect passes, picking up passes that are coming across the crease so he can skate backwards, pick it up, prevent the cross crease pass. It also is good for defenders and wingers for the good one-timer shots. It's usually on defender, you're going to want to have a good hand eye so you can keep your good one-timer opportunities away, like there. Offensive awareness. Some people think this does apply for human skaters, some think it doesn't, but it actually does. Basically what it does is to help your skater work better with his shots and his passing. Like if a pass is coming at him, he'll be more able to pick up the pass, which also will help with the hand-eye boost it up. And shooting, he'll have more accuracy, better when you're cutting across the slot, you'll have better shots. Your skater will basically be more aware of what's going on around him on offense. Passing. This helps to affect what goes on with your teammates and yourself. When you boost up your passing, you will be able to send passes through other skaters with the likelihood of them not being able to pick it up, and your passes will also be more accurate. Also, once again, this refers back to the hand-eye. If you have a good hand-eye, then you're going to be able to pick up the passes that are coming to you. Puck control. This is another really easy one. I'm not going to go into in depth. It basically is how easy or how difficult it is for you to be able to keep the puck on your stick, and how good you can take it away after you poke, check, stick check, or stick lift or after you're getting hit, sorry. And then these four, I'm not really going to go into greater accuracy, great detail, because obviously it's self-explanatory. Alright, now we're going to go to defense. Here for defense, we're going to go over we're going to have aggression. Aggression basically just affects how the intimidation factor works for your character. Like if you have a good body checking, then it's gonna, when you hit someone, it's gonna lower their stats slightly because they were aware that you hit them, and then their skater's stats are gonna slightly decrease. Not very noticeable, but it's definitely there. Defensive awareness. It increases the likelihood that you'll be able to intercept your passes. So basically you can stop the cross crease passes, and it'll also be good with your stick checking and other defensive stats. Discipline. This affects mostly this is basically all for the penalties. It decreases the likelihood of the slashes and the high stick calls on you. It'll also help for when you're poke checking on the tripping. So when you're poking at them, you hit their skate, you're less likely to actually get the penalty. And some of the hits on the boardings and whatnot, it will also affect how the likelihood that those are going to occur. Face-off, self-explanatory, the likelihood that you're going to win the face-off against another human or computer goalie or computer center. Fighting, the ability that your character has in fights, basically an unused skill unless you're a tough guy or a power forward or mostly it's just made for tough guys. Shot blocking, it affects the kind of block that you do, and also once you, say you're blocking a shot, it'll, if you have a higher shot blocking, then you're going to be able to recover from those shots after you get hit. Stick checking. This will obviously just work for your poke checking and stick check or stick lifting, and also helps to avoid the tripping calls. Stick lifting's not that very good in this game unless you're actually in front of the player. Skating backwards, you can pick up the stick pretty easily, but if you're behind them, you're mostly just going to get a penalty when you hit them in the face. Athleticism. Sorry about that. Acceleration. Self-explanatory. How fast your character is going to move from the standstill position. Then we have agility. This affects how good your skater is on his feet with when he's cutting, skating, back skating, all that. Balance. This one I really don't put much into effect, unless you're obviously the grinders are really good with this. You'll be a tall guy, but good balance. It's the get hit that you're gonna fall, and also with your skating when you're cutting, skating in circles. That's basically what this is for, so you can get up in front of the net, grind. You're not going to get hit very hard, and you guys basically be able to stay there. Durability, never put anything into this. It just helps your character to avoid injuries. Nothing. It's kind of a big deal, but I don't really take it as it's not going to happen every single game. Endurance. So once again, it's just, this is the likelihood. If you have a higher endurance, then your character is going to lose his energy a lot slower. If you have a slower endurance, your guy's going to run out of speed, maybe shorter than halfway through the period, and then you're just going to be going around the ice, not being able to catch up to people, getting caught, and so endurance is a good thing to have. Speed. Once you get your acceleration, speed will take over, and it'll control how fast you're going, and you'll be able to beat out the defenders and go right past them. This is another thing, for some reason, the grinder has the highest speed, where you can get up to like 95 and 95 acceleration. Doesn't make sense, but it happens. And strength. This is the effects when you're pinning up guys on the boards, how effective it is, how much they can get away, and then when you're pinned on the board, also how much you can get away. This also works with the shots on how fast your shot is going to come in. If you have a higher strength, your shot will come in maybe 2 to 3 mile an hour faster on a wrist shot, and slap shots maybe up to 5 mile an hour, which does play a big role. And then it also affects your hitting power and how, like when you hit someone, the likelihood that they're going to fall. And when you're fighting, you can use it for, it also affects your punching on how much more effective it is than when you're fighting someone. Alright, everybody. Thank you for this one. I'm just doing a quick overcap for what the attributes are for the skaters. In my next video, I'll be going over what the goalie attributes are and what those effects are. Alright.